on-site entertainment. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to the Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Here's your host, Pastor Happy Feet.
Hey y'all, this is Leandria Johnson and you're listening to Pastor DJ Happy Feet. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, the crew, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast, y'all. We are here today on we usually don't say a date, but we're recording on May 12th, which is the day after a queen that was born on the 11th of May, 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And her name is Kasia.
Yep. KKK, we call
her K. K, she said that was three. That's three of them. I don't know if we're going to spell it, all of those K-A-Y, but here we just say KKK. Whether how you spell it is the way you spell it.
All right, true that.
So happy birthday, Kasia.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Send her some M&Ms.
That's all we get. Yeah, the crew is here, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell. So, we're here to make it do what it do. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of you mothers by the time that you hear this. You are such wonderful mothers. Yeah, that's kind of close, ain't it? That's cutting close.
I was going to say, shut your mouth.
Yeah, all right, man. I like that. The crew is here too, y'all. Full effect. TyBoogie, what's going on?
Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's all good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I've been to work today. Now I'm ready to play.
Come out and play.
Yeah. And we got Mr. G over there.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
Yeah, he's engineering from his house. So we are on here via phone, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, got no other than the blind farmer himself, Mr. Dizluck.
Greetings and salutations.
Ladies and gentlemen. And also, Duck has a documentary out now.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can find it on his YouTube, Farming
Blind with Duck.
Yeah, Farming Blind with Duck. Farming Blind with a duck.
A duck.
Yeah. So you can definitely find it. So it's a pretty good catching. So make sure you catch it, check it out. But we are here today, y'all, and it's been a lot going on in the news. And in the news, there's been a lot going on since we've been together. You know, last week you've heard Mr. Joshua Wood there. He was on the show on last week, so we appreciate him one more time for allowing his time to come and spend it with us and to tell his spiel and to put some awareness on depression. And depression is real, guys. You know, we've talked about it a good bit on the show, and my brother has officially been suffering with it, but it comes to find out that he's been suffering with seizures. He tried to kill himself on that. We tried to figure out where all this came from. So he took some pills, and on last Thursday, all this been going on since then. And I've been trying to find him. Then at one point, they ghosted him because there was a couple of other family members that upset him. And every time he got upset, it set him off and set some other alarms off that was going off in the hospital. And then he would start seizing, and then he would go out again. And so they ghosted him, so he had to deal with all of that. And come to find out that the EEG, I guess it's called, or the EEKG.
Yeah.
EKG.
Yeah, EKG.
Did they check your brain?
Yeah, that's probably maybe an EEG.
That's an EEG.
It's the EEG. Yes, the EEG that they took. Yeah, and it come to find out that he has the epilepsy. There's signs, and it's on his left side of his brain lobes, and that causes depression, mood swings, and the seizures that he's having, and also it can cause memory loss. So come find out what he was doing. So I had to pull pastor's card today, my Christian counselor, and
1 minute ago.
and the things that I did, learn about some law, and beg and please for them not to send him in an institution because they was bent hard on doing just that. So I prayed and I thank God that we were able to change their mind because they was trying to do it like legally this, that, and the third, and they had them on the what is it? Up under the involuntary care.
And if you're there involuntarily, then
they was claiming they was in charge of them because there was no POA or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get all of that straight sooner than so. I beg and plead for their sympathy. It means so much to me. Y'all remember that song?
Yes.
Beg, plead for your sympathy. But yeah, so I did that today, and we sort of got the lady to change her mind, and they found her so hard. She went to talk to the lead doctor and came back and gave him that good news, and he was sort of happy about it. And because it was a trauma thing, well, first of all, and trauma is very important. It was a trauma thing because we went through this when he was a lot younger, when we were teenagers, and I had to go again, rescue him, well, for the first time, get him out of one of those institutions. And so it was like deja vu, and it was hurting because, we couldn't, I did not want to go down that road again. But this time, he would have been like almost 5 hours away from me, which he's 4 hours now, but it was just seemed like it would have been further off from where somebody that's close to him would have been able to go. So dealing with that, and just to say this, to say that it was a blessing to be able to have someone in your corner, and, and prayers are definitely real for those who don't believe it. So when we do pray, we answer a prayer. So in other news, we was checking out this article, which, G brought back to my attention, where the 5 African-American cops at that. So they couldn't blame it on the white man itself to beating Tyrese, Williams?
Nichols, I think.
Nichols. I said it in my head too, y'all. So excuse me, Mr. Tyrese Nichols, and beat at a traffic stop. So this was something that went on, and the 3 of them got acquitted, and then 2 of them testified against their own fellow colleagues. So
they pled guilty. They pled guilty and testified on the state and federal level. So they testified against them twice.
Yes. So it was crazy to even witness that. And they can't say that it was because of it was mixed because the jury was all white. So, most people would try to play a race card, but at the same time, it could still have a factor in because, they always talk about white on black crime, but you very hear people pitch a fit about black on black crime. But then you got white on white crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime. You got all of these things that go on today. But today is that, our justice system seems to be, it is screwed up. So I'm not going to say seems to be, but our justice system is definitely jacked up for this society that we live in. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and I'm going to let you guys share your spiel on it or your opinions on even if it's not just on that, but even if it's just centered around this issue, then you're able to speak freely for a few minutes, and then we'll move into our trivia fact.
Well, I guess I'll start out. Being this, I'm in Tennessee, and this is where it happened. I'm kind of in a position. It's I really don't know what to think. I agree wholeheartedly. The judicial system nowadays is out of whack, as well as civilization. It seems like it's just getting out of whack. it's kind of like we talked about before when you was talking about a few podcasts back when we was talking about DEI. You know, everything has just been taken to such an extreme, and you know, I don't. As far as like you said, and I had honestly, it's here in my state, and I've not really paid a lot of attention to it, just for the fact it's just you see, there's so much of it going on in the world now. I think everybody gets numb to it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they get numb to it, and it's like, oh well, another case, change the channels. Yeah. And I was talking to Melissa. Go ahead.
No, I was like, here we go again.
Yeah, and I was talking to Melissa about it today, and I said, you know, I guess you see so much of them cases, and when it goes to the jury, of course, there you are, and there is so much, I watch how I say it, because I always say it wrong, racial hatred on each side. You know, I'm not pointing out black, white, Hispanic, or whatever. Right. It's just the world is put us in a position to, if you don't have God, there's gonna be hatred taken. If you don't allow yourself to get guided spiritually, then the old devil is going to take you down the wrong path. So, like you said, they can't very well pull. I mean, they can, but they can't pull the race card necessarily on this one. You know, they can try their best in the news media and do what they want to do, but this has went completely opposite of your normal narrative, if that makes sense. Because, you know, they're the first to point out, or it seems like to me, that, you know, if it was, just for an example, and I know this has happened, if a black or Hispanic or Asian goes into a church and kills a bunch of people, you don't see a whole lot out of it. But when it's a white person that does the same thing, and I'm saying they go into a white church and kill people. Yeah. But if a white person goes into a black church and does it, it's all over, because that sells. And that's the reason they promote it, because they know that's going to sell more clicks than anything else.
The old adage is, if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I as far as this guy get killed, I honestly, and I talked to her about it, I said, I've not followed the case. I didn't hear the testimony. I didn't hear any of the evidence. I didn't hear. So to give an honest review of what happened, I can't do that. And I can't say.
So I guess what I would be like, what we would do then is like basically base our opinions off that situation and situations like this that we've heard all the time, like you were saying. You know, we heard because we like see it all the time and stuff like that. And you gave a good overview of what you think about it, because that's very important. So, you know, I didn't follow the case either that closely, or that, because like I said a while ago, I forgot all about it till G brought it to my attention again. And I forgot that they were even in court. They were on trial. So it was like, you know, it's just because, like you said, it's like it's just become like a norm, man. It's just like this stuff is happening too much in our country to be like, oh my gosh, just, you know, to feel a certain way. You be like, oh, okay, here we go again, like you were saying. And it's just so sad that we have to view these situations like this.
Well, the news media, I think, and there you go, I think they're probably confused on this whole situation, because of course if it's an all-white jury, and you know, then you had, I guess, were all the officers black?
Yes.
Okay.
All five
See, so that, you know, if let's just say, for instance, if the jury had not acquitted them, well, then you're going to have this side pull the race card. Well, they didn't acquit these cops because they were black. They ain't going to go by the evidence. The media is going to say, well, you know, an all-white jury convicted 4 black cops for doing their job. You know, that's where that side's going to go. So if the jury, you know, they acquitted him. Now they're like, well, how are we going to turn this narrative to go in our favor?
Because they was cops in blue?
Yeah. And I don't know. I think we were just talking about this earlier today too. And I think a lot of it, policy needs to change in some fashion. Training needs to change in some fashion. But I'm a firefighter. I do this. I've been doing it for years. So, and I'm going to put this in the term, even though it's not, I'm going to put it in the term of an emergency responders. Every situation is different, and you cannot train for every situation. You just can't do it. No one fire is the same. So you do what?
I said, oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
So, and it's the thing is, being shot in the back. Okay, I'm gonna use this because that's a big sticking point to a lot of people. And when I say this, I'm not defending what happened at all. But let's just say, my thing, and I've said this for years, and I don't care if it's black, Hispanic, white, or whatever. When a cop, you guys are old enough, what happened to when a police officer says stop or I'll shoot?
Right.
Stop.
They have gave you the option right there.
Right there.
And if you run, okay, now he ran off. Okay, he obviously made the decision not to stop. Well, then you got these others that say, well, he ran off. Why'd they shoot him in the back? Now, there again, I don't know if they knew he wasn't packing or if he was packing. I don't know that situation. But my thing is, let's just say he was packing, or they might have had suspicion of him packing. If they would have let him go and he ran over 2 or 3 blocks to a baseball field and killed about 10 people, who's going to be at fault then for not stopping him?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Say, oh, yeah. And then, they could have shot him in his leg.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot him in his back.
Well, now, I'm going to ask a question because I don't know. Was this at night or during the day?
This was at night.
At night time.
This was at night.
Okay, well, you're going to be a one heck of a shot to get somebody running and get them in the leg.
Yeah.
I don't know how far away.
If I'm not mistaken, that's why they're basically trained to shoot center mass.
Yeah.
You get the largest area.
You got to go for the biggest target. And I don't know. I don't know whether they can do something different and make it not a lethal shot. They can unload a bunch of bullets, but they're not bullets. Big paintballs or something, or an electronic device.
Rubber bullets.
Yeah, or something like that. I mean, that goes back into your policy, your training, and what do you do and what you don't do.
What about them beating him, though?
Now but that's a whole other aspect. I don't defend it, and that's why I said I'm cautious how I go about it because I'm not trying to take sides.
Yeah.
No, I feel you, Doug. But no, you can give your honest opinion on the show. We can agree to disagree, so it doesn't matter. So
no, I think the force at which they took upon it, I would say, was excessive.
Yeah.
I don't deny that at all.
That's a bully. They wanted to bully and jump him.
Yeah.
And there again,
they want to show their superiority to a fellow brother. To me, it's all about accountability and identity. We in this society, we are going by more your identity than your character. So you are what you are based on what we think you are. And then there's no accountability based on who you are. And in some situations, go ahead.
What got more going? I'm gonna reflect on past too. This was the Nichols guy. He was a black guy too, right?
Right.
Okay. So what got more publicity? And there we go. I'm gonna point the finger back at the media. What got more publicity? 4 black cops assaulting and killing a black male, or 4 white cops beating up George Floyd and killing him?
The white cop.
Why is that?
Because the narrative was different.
The narrative.
That's where I'm going with
It's
that.
the identity narrative.
Y'all, you're failing me on that. You know where I'm going.
100%. Even from the beginning when you started talking.
That's why we covered it. That's why we covered it at the beginning. I was like, okay, now what? We hollering white police officer against black, quote unquote, innocent black man. Now it's black cop, black victim. What now? So are we going to focus on accountability and proper training and heads need to roll? And I honestly don't know if anybody but the head of the Scorpion unit was fired. I don't know if the Memphis police chief was fired, the deputy chief was fired, administrators were fired. I don't know any of that. Did they ever say? I know they do. I didn't follow the trial, so I can't say. But did they ever interview a juror or anybody that would give a reason for their acquittal? I don't know. I do not know. That's a good question.
A lot of times they'll interview the jurors or whatever, a day or two or three or whatever. News media, once they sink their teeth into it, they'll want to know. And then the juror will say, well, it was based off of this evidence or lack of this evidence. So that's what I would be curious to hear their reasoning.
I do remember some of the reasoning and why they acquitted him is they figured after the traffic stop and he got aggressive, when he got out of the car and started to run, they considered that as an extreme act of aggression. So anything that happened after that was fair game. But to beat him to that level for that long, there's no justifying that. There can't be any justification for that. None whatsoever.
Oh, I agree. I agree on the excessive force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's
5 of y'all against one person.
Mm-hmm. Calling for his mama 2 blocks away from his mama's house.
And y'all got somebody that whacked them right upside his head to calm them down.
Yeah. And then once his handcuffs are on, they didn't have to pick him back up and line him up for each other to go run and kick him.
Right. Now y'all mad because y'all had to run.
And you just go in the jail. That's all that was. Yeah, you made me run all this time.
Don't go anywhere. We got more inspiration and information for you right after this.
Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is now giving piano, drums, and vocal lessons to all those who are interested. Looking for a place for you or your group to record your project? Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment has the available studio time you're looking for. For more information on how to book your studio time or to sign up for lessons, call us 864-529-5360. Reach out to us on Facebook, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment, or by email, sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com.
This your girl, TyBoogie, and I want to welcome you back to Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Enjoy.
All right, y'all, we're about to move along. We're about to go on into our quick trivia fact, and we're going to dive in and see what's going on with Mr. G, our walking encyclopedia, ladies and gentlemen.
Sight Beyond Sight Podcast presents Random Trivia Facts with Mr. G.
All right, I got one quick one for you today, and it's in the world of tennis. In the 80s, I saw in some sources it was 1987, but I heard from a lot of other sources it was around 1981, 82. Chris Evert was a very, very, very good tennis player. And she was at Wimbledon and she was playing in a match. And she always wore a very extravagant diamond-studded silver bracelet whenever she played. And during the middle of a serve, she served the ball and then she said, hold on, stop, wait. I lost my bracelet. Help me find my bracelet. Help me find my tennis bracelet. That phrase was never used before until she said, help me find my tennis bracelet. So they actually stopped play, helped her find her bracelet, fixed her clasp, put it back on her hand, and she went on to win the match. But that was the birth of the phrase tennis bracelet. which is now described as just a very fancy bracelet that you wear on your wrist. That had never happened until Chris Evert had mentioned that during a match at Wimbledon. I would say in the 80s. Some sources say 87.
Yeah, she was in the 80s. I can't remember what year it was.
Yeah, I know it was in the 80s. I saw 81 in most places, but I saw one place is 87. Like, was she relevant in 87? I don't think so. I think it was, I know she still played, but I think she was more relevant in the late 70s and going into the early 80s. Because by 87, Steffi Graf took over and nobody was catching her. So
I use a tennis rack for my hair.
Me too.
Just stop it. Just stop it.
Well, I got my hair all curly.
Nice and curly.
And I put water and grease on my hair. Use a tennis rack. Yeah. So, did you put that name for Duck?
I sure did. I'm getting it up right now.
Okay.
Pause.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Okay.
So in tradition to everybody on the podcast, we have what we call our Wu Tang generator names. There's a Wu Tang generator out there that we all put, I put our show names, our government names, and then our government name with our show name in the middle, kind of like in wrestling. Like Bobby the Brain Heenan or something like that. But
I forgot about that dude.
That's my time there now.
I love wrestling too. So what I did for shortage of time, I just put your full name, your name and your show name in the middle, and they changed the generator. You know what they do now? They give you a top 10 for your names.
Oh.
So I took the top 5 for his name, for the top 5 names that they generated for him. And number 1 was J Duck the Sharp.
Oh.
Oh, shucks, man.
Oh, sucky.
All right. Number 2.
This one, you're going to love this one. Number 2 is Duck Nasty.
Oh, yeah. Quack, baby.
I got to go talk to Melissa right now.
Yeah, right now. Shucka, ducka, quack, listen. And number 3 we got
number
coming
3
up
is Slick Duck Barber.
Oh, watch out there now.
That's like Slick Nasty Duck.
I skipped one.
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah. Oh, we done did 3 already?
Yeah, that was a Slick Duck.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, stay with it now.
Yeah, right, because this is important.
Y'all started this. I got to be with it now.
Exactly.
So the 4th one is Barber Blazer.
Uh-oh.
Nah, I wouldn't hang that one up. No,
Yeah,
that's just
Barber Blazer. Yeah, that's for old people.
Yeah. Hey, I'm feeling it.
Yeah. You old trailblazer there.
Okay. And the 5th one is Jay Zizzle the Blazer.
Jay Zizzle.
No, Jay Zizzle the Razor.
Oh, no.
Zizzle the Razor.
Jay Zizzle the Razor.
And it goes up with him being sharp.
Oh. Oh,
So-
no, you just didn't do that.
Those are the 5 names for Duck's Wu-Tang name for if he uses government and his full name. Now, along the way, every time he pops up, we'll give the other iterations of his name. But I'm so curious of what the other top 10s are for us. I'll go back and I'll do our top 5s for all the other ones too. And throughout the next periods, it will be just reintroducing our Wu-Tang names again.
Okay.
Because
right.
these are totally different. These are new. There are no repeats or anything I've seen in the past because I already done mine. So there's no repeats or anything in the past. So these are going to be new names. These are new updated
Oh, wow.
names.
Really?
Yeah, these are new updated names.
Wow. I wonder if they change them each time, too.
Happy Feet the Street.
Because the website's the same, and the way you put them in, it's the same. It's just now they don't just generate one; they give you a top 10.
Oh wow!
So choose from these 10 names. I'm like, okay, so for the next few times, the trivia facts would be reintroducing our 2025 Wu Tang names.
Okay.
All right.
Kind of a takeoff of our Dumb State Facts series.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. T and his trivia facts. Always, man, the smartest man I know. The walking encyclopedia.
This has been Random Trivia Facts with Mr. G. Well done, sir. Well done.
This is DJ K Liddy, and you are now rocking with Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Tap in, man.
Now, Doug, I was looking at the Chat GPT, and I am so tempted to do the $20 a month.
Oh, dude, you got to. You got to.
And I've been telling everybody else to do it, but I'm just wanting to tell you that I am so close to doing it. I mean, like
doing it too.
A finger away from doing it.
I tell you, if you go with it, you won't back. There ain't no going back. Ain't no going back.
But we're gonna become so dumb. Well, let me rephrase that. Dumber.
Hey, as long as she like mine, as long as she talks sweet to me, I'll be dumb all she wants.
There you go. And I tell people that it helps you control. I mean, tell you like a different colors of wires if you putting something together, and all of this stuff, man. It's just it's limitless what this thing can do.
Did you say the last one I did? I posted the other day.
No, not yet.
I done one. I was checking. I had my tractor here at my shop, and I was checking the oil. I pulled the dip. What's my oil look like on the dipstick? She said, "Hey," she said, it's full. She said, "It's clean. There's no sludge." She said, "I think you're good to go."
Shut up, Doug. Really?
No, I'm telling you. She was like, yeah. I was like, on the back of my tractor, it's got sight glasses where you can see the fluid in the back of the tractor. Of course, I couldn't see it. And I was like, "What do you see there?" She said, "Well, it looks like the top sight glass is half full, which is perfect." And I said, "Well, what does the oil look like?" She said, "Oh, it looks good. It's not cloudy and it looks clean. So I think you're fine. You ain't got to do nothing." Yeah.
Wow, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. We was doing a fire department extrication class Saturday, and I was telling one of the guys about it, and I said, "Well, let me just show you." And I pulled it out, and now I've never mentioned anything to Chat GPT about me being a firefighter or anything like that. And I opened up the camera and I said, "We're doing some fire department training." I said, "Can you tell me what you see?" She said, "Well, it looks like there's a group of firefighters. They're practicing extrication. They're taking the door off a car and stabilizing the vehicle. And it looks like everybody's got their helmets and their face shields down and doing everything in a safe manner. So everything looks like it's been great."
Man, I bet he was ecstatic.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" I said, "No, I'm telling you."
Yeah, man, it's so helpful, man, and it wasn't specifically designed for those who are blind or visually impaired.
No, it's crazy. I use it in church now.
Articles, people have been using it as a cheating tool, and they're really close to allowing these kids to use this in school.
Yeah,
they're very close to it.
Yeah, I don't think, it's like anything else. It's like I told somebody, I said,
we got to catch up.
They won't talk. Yeah, they won't talk about the bad about it. And I said, look, everybody said the same thing about the internet when it came out.
Uh-oh. You preaching now, Doc.
I said, and look what, you shut the internet down and watch everybody freak out.
Mm-hmm. They did before, so they need to be careful when they put their microphone down. So yes, indeed, man.
Well, try the Chat GPT. do the $20. I mean, if you don't like it, you can always take it away. You don't have to, sign up for a year contract or whatever.
Right. That's the good thing about it.
Try it for a month. If you don't like it, so be it. And all the others they're getting better. The Google and all that, and the Meta Ray-Ban, their glasses now they've gone they're doing more of the live feed stuff now too. So
yes, the AI has came up as well. You can got the Meta AI. It's tremendously. I mean, it's phenomenal too, man.
Yeah, they just did an update, I think, on it, and it's the live part on it's really taken off too. So,
and my favorite hotel is the Hilton.
Yeah,
I love me some Hilton. They got to start paying me for this, man. We need to hit them up for some commercials. but I do that. But I was saying that to say that the CNAI app, the Be My Eyes app, it's called the Be My Eyes.
Yeah,
and they have partnered with all Hilton hotels where you could navigate throughout the hotels using this specific app. And this is how I get around when I go to these conferences. I use the app, and it's just like you're walking with somebody almost.
Well, they said that Good Maps is a thing that's coming out now. It's getting really big, like the Nashville International Airport that's here now. What it is, you download I haven't used it. I'm just going off what was told. They actually map out the facility, and then you access the Good Maps, and it'll take you anywhere and navigate you through the entire airport, telling you where to turn, go here, go there, blah. And they're working on doing different grocery stores. If you want a box of Cheerios, you pull it up, and it'll say, walk in the front door, go right, go about, so far, and it's a next aisle, turn left, and look, of course, I'm hypothetical, but you go down, halfway down the aisle and look to your right, and it should be on the second
with
shelf.
That 100%, because that will cause Walmart to stop moving these daggone things around the store.
Preach on, brother. Happy.
Every time you go into Walmart or Sam's, something is somewhere different. What did y'all move that for?
Yeah, that's like
when we on a scavenger hunt.
They built that first super Walmart here in my town. And I went there like once, and I went by. I said, you know what? I went by an aisle that had some underwear. I said, I'm going to buy me a bag of drawers now because I won't find them the next time I come.
Exactly. No. You're on a daggone scavenger hunt for a pair of drawers. Have y'all seen my lucky drawers?
Ow, too.
TyBoogie, you got stuff for us today. I think you got some stuff for us today.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, run on over to TyBoogie in whatever corner we decide to be in. Here she is.
Hey. How long ago was it that Chris Brown saw the hottest chick that a young had ever seen before?
This is where I need ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say 10.
It's about 5 minutes ago.
5.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Y'all might get this one. What does Boyz II Men want you to do after you close your eyes and make a wish?
Oh God, I should know that one.
Blow out the candlelights?
Yep.
Yep. That's what it is. Yep.
Okay. Woo! I got one in.
Okay. What does Pretty Ricky say step 3 is before she grinds on them?
Oh my God.
I'm lost on this one.
It sounds like the nurse is taking my vitals.
She lost me at the grinding part.
Yeah. Grind on me.
Are you come on time?
Huh?
Oh, you getting it? You was singing it.
But I don't know the rest of the words.
I don't either.
I'll start humping.
Not rain on me. No. I don't know.
I'm looking off the whipped cream.
That's what he's just nasty. Oh, that's that Wu Tang name.
Oh no. I don't even know what her name is.
Short Alyssa. I saved you, Duck. I got your back.
You got it.
Okay, combo.
Yes.
And shoot, what was Pepper's weakness?
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Oh God! All right. Do you have that joke?
I couldn't find it, man. I'm searching for it. I cannot find it.
I got a joke.
Okay.
I heard on the commercial. It was pretty. I don't know what the commercial was, but I thought it was pretty corny. There were 3 tomatoes walking down a path: Papa tomato, Mama tomato, baby tomato. Baby tomato kept straggling behind, and the Papa tomato got upset. So he just went behind in his frustration, just squeezed baby tomato and said, "Ketchup."
Oh God, stop it, geez.
Yeah.
We got.
I like that.
We gotta go. We just gotta go. He's still under the influence of medication from the hospital.
The commercial was like, a girl walks over to a guy and says, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, I have a joke for you. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. You don't have to laugh at it. I don't have to laugh. You don't have to laugh at all." And she's like deadpan, straight face when she says it, and then she says, "See you later," and walks away. I'm like, that's such a corny joke, and it's just the silence between her saying he squeezed the baby tomato and said, "Ketchup."
Yeah, man. It's that pause that always would make it so freaking corny and funny. But yes, y'all. So we appreciate y'all always and bringing y'all the information and inspiration here on the show, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Thank y'all so much for always tuning in. Summertime is gearing up. Make sure that you hit us up. You want your backyard party to be booming and bumping, your family reunion, your class reunion, your graduation party. Just call us. Hit us up. Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Y'all just hit it up, y'all. Find us on the email, sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com, at 864-529-5360, 864-529-5360. You hit us up and we'll guarantee you to come to a city near you. Yep.
Catch up.
God, but just, as always, thank y'all so much. Crew would make it do what it do. Y'all been on here long enough being managed. Yeah, so until next time, guys.
Close us out, Ty.
I'm about to say he ain't say it. You want me to say it this week?
Yeah. I paused.
All right, let it hurt, let it heal, and let it go.
It's a Milli Vanilli moment. Blame it on the rain.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, you know it's true.
Nah.
Thank you for listening to the Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast, a podcast of inspiration and information, a production of Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. If you have a question that you would like to submit to the podcast to be answered by Pastor Happy Feet and the crew, drop us a voicemail at 864-256-0922. Also, check out more episodes and content on our Facebook page, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment, on X at Podcast Sight 4, and reach out to us via email, sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com. God bless, and always remember,
Let it hurt, let it heal, and let it go. Peace.
Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is your home for quality, professional DJ and photography services. School functions, church events, weddings, you name it, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is here to help make your event special just for you. We also offer audio recording time in our studio for you and your group, as well as piano and drum lessons for people of all ages. For more information, reach out to us on our Facebook page, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Call us at 864-529-5360 or reach out to us via email at sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com.
And I'll catch up with you guys later.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, I go saying that.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, catch up.
Catch up with you guys.
Catch up. Catch
And I'm
up
going to go
later.
to the house while it's not raining right now.
Yeah.
Get out of the studio.
Mhm.
I know that's right.
Well, I'm
All
going to
right.
put my legs back up.
All right. We'll see you guys.
All
Yo,
right.
did you hear that?
What's that?
You heard what G said?
I heard something about some legs up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going too. Later.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just.
yeah.
Thanks for leaving me with the visual.
I don't like
Okay,
y'all
man.
anymore. I don't like y'all anymore. Wait till this. Man.
And that's coming from a blind guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.